Jambo Liam in for bear. The CPU partition on AICR, 5 nodes, 128 cores each, 1 terabyte of RAM per node, no GPU, 24-hour max wall time. It exists as a convenience for data prep and workflow orchestration that supports your GPU jobs. AICR is not meant for CPU workloads. This video tells you when to use it and when to send the work back to your home institution's cluster. The CPU partition is a small safety valve, 5 high-memory nodes for work that has to happen on AICR because it is tightly coupled to your GPU jobs. For processing your training data, post-processing results, running orchestration pipelines that launch GPU jobs, it is not a replacement for your home institution's compute cluster. The design decision matters. If you are submitting CPU jobs that have nothing to do with GPU workloads on AICR, you are using the wrong resource. CPU partition specs: 5 nodes, each running the same AMD EPYC 9745 as the service nodes, 128 cores, approximately 1 terabyte of RAM, no GPU. Max wall time is 24 hours. The default time, if you do not specify, is 50 minutes. Default memory is 1 GB per CPU core requested. You can request up to all 128 cores on a single node, with up to 1 terabyte of RAM. The partition has no GPU-related flags. If you include GPUs, the job will fail. 3 legitimate uses for the CPU partition. 1. Data preprocessing, cleaning, format conversion, merging large datasets before a training run. 2. Post-processing, aggregating results, statistical analysis, generating reports from completed GPU job outputs. 3. Workflow orchestration, Python or shell scripts that coordinate a multi-step pipeline of GPU jobs. The common thread: this work is inseparable from GPU jobs running on AICR. If that thread is absent, use your home institution's cluster. Example CPU job script. Partition CPU, 16 cores, 32 GB of RAM, 4-hour wall time. Load Miniforge 3, run your analysis script. The structure is identical to a GPU job script, same SBatch directive, same module loading pattern with 2 differences. Partition is CPU, no GPUs flag. Submit with SBatch and the job runs when a node is available on the CPU partition. The docs are explicit about what the CPU partition is not for. Heavy CPU workloads should go back to your home institution's cluster. If your analysis takes 40 CPU hours and has nothing to do with training jobs on AICR, submit it to your institution's general-purpose compute cluster, MIT Engaging, NEU Discovery, UMass Unity, or equivalent. AICR CPU partition is 5 nodes. That is intentionally small. It is there so your workflow pipeline has a place to orchestrate GPU jobs, not so you can run large CPU-only workloads on the side. Your turn. Paste this into Claude. I need to run a large-scale sentiment analysis on 10 million text records as a standalone job, no GPUs involved. Should I use AICR CPU partition or my home institution's cluster? Give me the decision rule. Then check, does Claude tell you to use the home institution's cluster for standalone CPU work? That is the documented answer. If it says use AICR, it missed the central design constraint of the CPU partition. AICR CPU jobs, I'm Liam in for bear.